I've always wanted one since I was 8. I've wanted one for over 20 years.
He's the iconic character, and I think, who doesn't want an R2? I mean,
He's been in all the movies so far, and I just like R2.
I just wanted to buy one, and then going through the internet, finding that you're never going to be able to really buy one, I stumbled across on how to build one, did some researching, and then I said, all right, I'm going to take the plunge into that.
we're finding out that there's so many of us in the area, so it's kind of our own little CHI2-D2 type thing. And I think I was just goofing around when I came up with the name and designed the logo for it and stuff. So it's not really official, it's just kind of fun. The main group is astromech.net, and that's the main R2 builders group.
I posted a build day saying, hey, if you're interested, private message me, I'll get you my address information. We all started to meet at different houses to help each other build R2s.
We don't like you.
In the beginning, I would tell people, like, hey, build an R2, and they just kind of like, get out of here. And then as soon as they started seeing it at my house and like the progression of it, they're like, oh, it's pretty awesome.
Thinking back to Star Wars when I was a little kid, the one thing that always drew my attention was R2. You know, small kid, small droid. It just was the one thing that I connected the most with.
How light is that? That thing's pretty light.
My R2 is made out of styrene, so it's a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to work with than aluminum. Some say sturdier, but we'll see.
So I have to drill those holes before I glue everything, or else it's going to be really hard. I had a background in building things with wood. It was easier for me to work with, a little bit less expensive.
So there's a lot of ways you can build an R2. You can make it out of wood, styrene, aluminum. Some people have done it out of titanium, which is a really exotic R2 and makes the cost a little prohibitive for most builders.
This gets cut out of 5 mil, this gets cut out of 5 mil. There's internal structure, then it gets...
I'm new in the game here. They've been through the trials and tribulations. They know the problems and easier ways to do it. So it's nice to be able to have this kind of support, you know, so I don't mess things up.
So this is staying with the frame. Come on, this is like just their fourth build. I know, there's so many different ways of doing it.
When we get together as a group, we can show each other what we've done and borrow ideas.
You get input from the others, and you know if you're doing something wrong or right.
Are you building C3PO or is it?
No, I just bought the head. I was gonna drag it around, have him talk. My wife thought I was crazy in the beginning, and then now that she's seen it and like all the events I do with it and how happy everybody is, she probably loves it more than I do. I mean, it's hilarious. I've taken them to my kids' school for, Robot Day. We've done a bunch of hospital visits.
We go to parades and conventions and whatnot.
Just to use R2 to make people happy. Because oddly enough, cute droid like this, people smile, they think he's cool. It's like, oh, hey, look, it's real.
I'm working on the panels opening. I'm working on the periscope to come up and down.
I'll take them around to schools for robotics so that kids can follow the wires and see how he works.
When you actually take the time to put the work into building it and having yourself be part of it, it just adds something more to it, because then people come over and, oh, where'd you buy that? I didn't, I made it.
That's impressive.
Instead of just building it and being done with it, I kind of want to always work on it. So there's always like future plans for it.
Mine will eventually be the R2 from Dagobah, and I want to cake mud on it and make him look all grungy and dirty.
I'm planning on doing a BB-8 next.
Another friend and I were researching and found how to get a stormtrooper outfit, so started, doing that. Since 1977, when I first saw the first movie, and then having the opportunity to start building the costumes and trooping and stuff like that, it's fantastic. I love it.
Oh, you got 4. Yeah, he's got 4. You got 2.
So Star Wars to me was a really cool technological sci-fi saga that was an adventure and only got more interesting as I learned parallels to other works of art like Wizard of Oz. If you look at A New Hope, there's a wizard and you meet friends along the way to help you through your journey, and each one has their own unique quirks and strengths and weaknesses as they go through the story. So it was really cool watching literary parallels grow.